So sorry about that. Where is everyone? All right. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. What is going on, everyone? Okay, we're gonna try and get through the chat. We're gonna get into this. There's a few things obviously on the screen I want to talk about. Some stuff that's going on. Um, yeah, the pop out chat thing wasn't working for me. Anyways, I got it up in the thing. Um, but good evening, Rogue Ghost. How's it going? SoCal TCG, Spades in here. Got my Discord people in here. We got Endgang. We got some Endgangers in here. Jared, what's up? Good morning from Malaysia. You guys are legends. Snorlax Haven says, has anyone's Pokemon Center order shipped? Not mine. Mine hasn't shipped. Been charged. No shipped for me. Uh, is this an investor safe place? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. FSR 56 says Pokemon Center shipped theirs. Cut it out of the VOD like it never happened. Yeah, right. Crisis averted. Gonna butcher your name. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. Ibrahim Menzel says, hey man, thanks for the content you provide us. Could you talk sometimes about PSA 10 market, specifically in Japanese? Yeah, we can talk about that. Remind me later in the stream. We'll talk about that. I don't, more English than Japanese, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Let's see. It must be jammed up. Yeah, Pokemon Center's probably jammed up right now. Oh, Jared Hall. Okay, we're gonna talk about your Umbreon. That's next up. That's next up. But actually, we'll talk about that right now. I want to let a few people get in here before we talk about this rare candy situation because I do think that this is good. That this is really good. So, Slim Dip in the Discord posted in the rips and pulls. Look at this legend right here. Pulled the Moonbreon. I commented, what a legend. Can we get some likes on the, get some likes on the video for this? This guy, 7 ETBs. He went 7 ETBs deep to pull the Umbreon. What a legend. Like, yes, in the Discord. Slim Dip in the Discord. He says he's in here. Jared Hall. This is that Slim Dip. He pulled it 7 ETBs in. I wouldn't have risked it, but the man is a legend, and he pulled it off in the Discord. I was pretty pumped on that. Saw someone get a God Pack today. Yeah, the God Packs are wild. That was pretty fun. I like to see those. Yeah, so huge props to Slim Dip. Had to, we had to talk about this because this was, that's pretty massive, my guy. Yeah, respect. So, looking good, looking good. Let's see, a lot of people saying not shipped. Yeah, Pokemon Center ETBs. Yeah, in 7 ETB, the only SIR in 7 ETBs. So, dude, that's wild. Congrats. Let's get a round of applause for Jared. Yeah, so I wanted to touch on that while people are getting in here. Yeah, I think we're settling down a little bit. So, something to talk about. We'll come back to this again. I just wanted to bring this up. I should have touched on this in today's video, but I did not. I dropped the ball. Pokerev is over 500 packs in and over 2 evolutions. Yeah, that's rough. I think he's streaming right now too, so I don't know when he's going to be done. But yeah, he's going hard. So you guys can see this. This is rare candy. They got the Prismatic ETBs. They're dropping a 1/16, so tomorrow, and I believe it's the 17th, and I believe it's the 18th. For me, if you go on the website, this shows my local time, so 9 a.m. Pacific, which would be noon Eastern, I believe, if that is how that works. It is limit 1 per person, right? This is MSRP, but I've heard, expect like $10 shipping. Okay, so something to keep in mind. I just want to make you guys aware that this is a thing right now, and also I will do my best to get to the chat. Hi Shia, hi. What's up, Awake? I'm gonna try and get to everyone. Glitter Unicorn. Okay, so let's talk about this. If anyone was able to find, Prismatic out in the wild? I went out in the wild, was not able to find any. The MJ Holdings, the company that stocks Walmart and Target, had not been supposedly to my Walmart or Target. So I'm gonna go back again tomorrow and check again. The lady that was working at Walmart was like, they can come at 5:30 in the morning. They can come at noon. So I'm like, great. I'm going to just like live at Walmart. I don't know what to do. But what's up, Kyler Pittman? Happy to see you in here. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Snorlax Haven, keeping all of it sealed. Yeah, I'm with you. Tom P says, do you think Prismatic Evolutions has a sort issue, a sorting issue? What are you talking shortage or sorting? Shipping will probably be $50. I don't think it'll be $50. I don't think they would do that. But a batching issue. Could be a batching issue. We would know more when. So that means there would be loaded boxes if it's a batching issue, because we're seeing the bad boxes now. It's possible. Anything can happen. Right. So that is something to talk about. Chris Anthony says, new to the channel, love your style, man. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys in here. This is we're gonna do this weekly. We put up a poll in the Discord server and on the YouTube community tab. Wednesday is the night that won. There was a lot of votes for all the days, weekends as well. But we're just gonna do Wednesday evenings. I'll try and do it weekly, and it's just like a chill hangout. We'll talk questions you guys can ask. We'll pull up things, right, and just kind of like get a vibe for it. Also, if any of you guys are familiar with Poke Oz, I reached out to him. I don't know if it's going to be on a Wednesday, but he said he will come on for a stream. It might be a video, it might be a stream. I don't know. So that'll be cool. We'll chat with him. He's super chill too. So I like him a lot. So that should be fun. Sorry, did I say Kyle before? I'm sorry, Kyler. What do you think about Pokemon already releasing an update that they will reprint Prismatic? Yeah, I got that right here, my guy. We're going to talk about that. So this is this can be interpreted a number of ways, right? So they're saying this is also, if you're not familiar, this is from the Pokemon's Instagram. Okay, we are aware that some, and they finally addressed it. And you know what's funny? PokeRev just had to make a video about it, and then the next day, this is what happened. So I guess if you, when you have that many followers, they listen. Said, we are aware some fans may experience difficulties purchasing certain Pokemon trading card games, Scarlet and Violet Prismatic Evolutions products at launch due to high demand impacting availability. Duh, we saw this coming, right? We understand this inconvenience can be disappointing for fans, and we are actively working to print more of the impacted Pokemon TCG products as quickly as possible at maximum capacity to acknowledge this. Reprinted products are expected to be available at participating retailers as soon as blah, blah, blah. And there's more coming in the coming months. We like to thank the community, blah, blah, blah. Right, so, Brad Speckman just got his PC shipped email. If you did, congrats. So this can be interpreted a few ways. Here's the thing. We already knew they were going to reprint it, most likely. So they could just kind of being like, hey, we're working on it and nothing's really going to change and we're going to get reprinted. I mean, Crown Zenith was heavily reprinted, right? And look where it's at now. The Japanese side of the market, we have 151 being printed very heavily. That did suppress the price for quite a while. On the Japanese side, they are not afraid to print things into the ground. So that's something to consider. And if they're going to shift things over to Prismatic, more Prismatic and other sets, there's going to be sets that don't get reprinted. So if this takes slots of other sets possibly getting reprinted, then that's very interesting as well. Let's see. Anthony says, do you think the reprint will have any effect on pricing if it's a medium-sized reprint? If it's a medium-sized reprint, then we're looking at just a blip in the radar. I think it has to be, I think we have to see large or continuous reprints in this current market. Okay, you guys have to understand. The current market is red hot, right? So something to keep in mind. If things start to cool off, then that will change things around. So, something to think about. Let's see. Depending on reprints, Twilight is going to be the sleeper. Yeah, Twilight already, we'll talk about that. We talked about that in today's video. Nearing in on $200 a box. I mean, that was easy to see selling out on the Pokemon Center. Right, we made a video about that. Would it be better to purchase the Japanese singles for Prismatic Evolutions, Kurai says. For your collection, probably going to be a lot cheaper. But here's the thing. Before we get this reprint, this thing, whenever this happens, because they're not going to be able to get to it right away. You have to understand. And the Japanese side's probably going to go up. We're going to see the boxes go up. We're going to see singles go up because of stuff like this. And this transitions exactly into what we're talking about. Now, this is what the Umbreon's going for. I know the set's not even officially out, right? Poke Oz is legit. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's a chill guy. Let's see what else we got. Bro, you and Poke Oz would be fire collab. Yeah, we'll try and live stream. I'm working on it. It might just get recorded and uploaded as a video, but we'll see. So I've reached out to him. We've been chatting, so that'll be good. Possibly next week. I'm not gonna hold anyone to it. But we talked about this of none of these cards being in hand. By the way, they're all just stock photos. We do see a few down here that are. This one is at $2,000 already. Interested on anyone's thoughts on this. I mean, this doesn't surprise me, considering we haven't seen that many pulled, besides our guy in the Discord. But yeah, so 2,000, 1,700. You know, you got that fake one that got shield bidded up the other day. Let's see. Team Rocket Joey, what's up, man? Hey, I've seen some of your content coming into my suggested. How's it going? He says, just remember, folks, this is what you guys wanted. What are you referring to exactly? The high prices? We can talk about that a little bit. Whoa, Cursed Body Collection. Dude, you guys don't have to super chat. You don't have to super chat. Thank you so much. You guys are too kind. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. We'll address your question. He says, big fan of the channel. So is my Fusion Strike goodbye at 500? My Gengar VMAX came back at PSA 10, so I kind of wanted to display them together. Yeah, let's pull that up. We'll get rid of this for a second. We'll go to, sorry, my keyboard is asleep. So here's the thing. You got to think about, depending on your time frame, right? We'll pull up Fusion Strike. If you're talking 5, 10, 20 years down the road, potentially, then I wouldn't blink at buying Fusion Strike at 500, right? You're going to have Evolving Skies leading the way. It's going to be the lead blocker for the set, kind of. You got Fusion Strike right here. If you're here's the thing. When this market cools off at some point, it has to cool off at some point. We might see a dip on boxes. But if you're talking long-term, you know, obviously keep in mind, this is very accelerated growth. There's not a lot of product that I would probably recommend at this, like not Scarlet and Violet era stuff for sure. But when it comes to the Sword and Shield stuff, kind of stuff that's out of rotation, out of print, then, you know, that's a little different story. Okay? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind right there. Yeah, so if you're talking long-term, I don't think that you can go wrong at this current price point. I mean, last solds we're seeing 460, 460. So if you're at 500, you're a little bit above market right now. There's a few at 500, a few below. So, you know, Fusion obviously doing, it's like evolving. Then we have Elo and Fusion kind of right below. DeWise Guy says, we got a Dutch online marketplace here and someone posted an Umbreon and the bids were over 3.5K. Yeah. Blake grabbed the Terastal, the Japanese Umbreon, for 300 for 2 days ago. Now they're selling for like 450. Yeah, that's not really surprising to see either. High English prices are going to push Japanese up. Let's see. Rogue Ghost says, do you think them going to max capacity in this market and terrible pull rates could cause prismatic fatigue? Here's the thing. Have they not? I mean, this is where I start to question what they're saying. Like, have they not already been at full capacity? Why haven't they been at full capacity for a little bit already? Once surging happened, like when. So, you know, if look at 151. I mean, obviously we're not getting enough supply of 151, so it's not really a fair comparison, right? But you know, like with the demand of where everything's at, it's kind of you know, fatigue could be a thing. It could. We're seeing a lot of but right now I wouldn't be worried about it. Spade says he sees Fusion being 800 by end of year. I mean, we're just getting the year started. So, I mean, if you look at this, you look at the year chart, you know, we did see a regression here. Went from 240 down to 210. But yeah, I could totally see Fusion continuing to run. That doesn't surprise me. Pokey Kenneth, what? Yo, appreciate you. I don't know what this is. What currency is this? First super on the live stream for Pokey Kenneth. MYR. Once again, you guys don't have to donate anything. You guys don't have to do that. I'll get to your questions. If I miss it, just chuck it back in and we'll get to all the questions. But dude, you guys are far too kind. I appreciate you guys. Let's see. What else do we have? Pokey Kenneth also had a question. Should I keep a prismatic ETB or sell all of them? Well, with the news of the reprint potentially coming, I'll say I'm holding mine, right? But once again, I'm on more of like a long term for about all of my sealed product. Okay, so I'm ready to go through the dips and stuff that happens on like a 5 to 10 year window. If you're looking a little more recent, I would probably wait and let them run up a bit more. Obviously, the prices might come down a little once people get their hands on them, but then once that supply goes out before these reprints, maybe would be your time to strike potentially. But once again, I'm not like a short-term flipper when it comes to sealed. I like to talk a little more long-term. Um, how high do you think the Japanese Umbreon will go? Um, yeah, that's a good question. We can pull it up and see where it's at. Right on TCG Player. I'm really glad that uh, they added the Japanese side to. Um, let's see. Do it like this. I just click on this. Terastal, sort by high to low. It's really hard to put. It's really hard to put prices on these just because the market is so crazy. But here you go. Last sold's 500, 500, 480, 480, 500, 500. Um, if people can't afford the English copy, they're gonna go to the Japanese copy. The boxes are gonna go up. Everything's gonna go up until there's enough Japanese supply to go around, right? Um, I could see this running past 500. Keep going. If we're seeing 1500, 2K English side for a while, I could see this continuing to go up. Um, let's see. Everyone hit that like button. Anthony, thank you. He says everyone hit that like button. Let's push this algorithm up. Appreciate you. Um, let's see. Yeah, Snorlax Haven. I've heard that a lot before too, right? I mean, I'd be very interested to talk to somebody actually at the Pokemon Company. I don't know if they would do an interview, but I would be interested in that. He says this could be conjecture, but from what I've heard, Pokemon print sets almost a year out from releases, which could be the reason for them not keeping up with current demand. Yeah, if they're like way behind the times, and then like by the time the market cools off, then like we're gonna get flooded with a ton of product. You'd think that they'd be smarter than being like too far behind, but for 2025, what do you expect to receive a reprint? I think we just got confirmed. I don't have distribution access, so I'm hearing this from other people who have distribution, but we just got Surging Sparks confirmed, I believe. There was a rumor of Temporal, but it sounds like that's not true and that's just a rumor. But once again, this is secondhand information. I do not have distro access personally. So something to keep in mind. Definitely hold PC ETBs for sure. Yeah, if you want to sell your regular ones specifically. So yeah, Surging for sure. Zuckerman 182 says, if someone gave you $1,000 to spend on either Crown Zenith or 151, ooh, but the catch is you aren't allowed to sell it for 10 years. Which one are you buying right now? I'm going Crown Zenith all the way. I think hands down, Crown Zenith is one of the goated top tier sets of all time. I think it's absolutely amazing. I don't think that's even. I mean, I love 151. I love 151, but the prices on 151 are really high right now. You're going to get a lot more bang for your buck off Crown Zenith. We'll pull it up too. Let's just take a look at this. I've talked about this before. I've been vocal about it. Sorry, my keyboard like goes to sleep, and it takes a second to come up. Yes, Jared says scalping equals instantly reselling. Investing is 1 year minimum time horizon. Don't be a scalper. Yeah, so this is something I kind of wanted to touch on with Pokeoz a little bit. Kind of talk about some stuff like this. Like what there can be a thin line between investing and scalping. I understand that. So that's kind of a conversation that I do think should be had. I think that that's important, right? Because like, I'm not gonna go into my Walmart's, Targets, buy them all out and just flip them instantly. Once again, I said in today's video, like, if you can, I understand why you would buy them all there, but I'm going to leave some on the shelf. If there's 5 on the shelf, I'm getting 1. If there's 10, I might get 2, kind of thing, and leave some for other people, because I'm holding for the long term anyways. But that's just my approach. But to Crown Zenith, I mean, just look at this. These gold cards, I mean, look at the Mewtwo right now, too. You got the Giratina at 200. You got the Mewtwo at 120. Arceus, like, you got Evolutions, which are only going to continue to go up. with the Prismatic hype, Leafeon, Glaceon. You have the 3 legendary dogs. You got legendary Deoxys. You have an amazing Pikachu card. You got another Deoxys. You got Sleeping Mew. Like even this lesser cards, I feel like are like nice artwork. So I've been a big fan of Crown Zenith, especially if you can get packs remotely affordable. So that's kind of my approach on that. Crown Zenith might be higher than you realize. Yeah, well, we did talk. Let's see. I agree. But still, once again, the Sea and Sky box, I know it's at 90 right now, but how many packs are you getting from this? You're getting, we talked about this. It's 14 packs. So I can do math here if my phone works. 90 divided by 14. So you're still at 640 per pack. I understand that that's high. But if you go to 151, and we go to, like, I don't know, like sealed product, we'll go to price low to high so we can see the pack price. I know this is loose packs, I understand. Loose packs are at $10 for 151. So, you know, I just the price differential for me. Like, you can't go wrong with either. 151's an amazing set. I love 151. I still feel like there's a great chance that 151 gets reprinted more heavily. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Blooming Waters, the Blooming Onion could be the end of it. That's definitely possible as well. But yeah, I like Crown Zenith a lot. I'm not betting against 151. I'm just saying between the two, that's where I think it edges out, in my opinion. But 151's a great set. Don't get me wrong. I'm working on finishing my master set. I'm like real close, finally. Rogue Ghost says, can you bring up the price history for the Obsidian Flames PC ETB, please? It's the first set I opened. I'm trying to get as much. Okay, Obsidian Flames. Yeah, dude, that PC ETB is doing wild too. We'll pull that up. Here, PC ETB. I mean, we'll have to look at it on the 1-year chart. But yeah, so 268% growth on the PC ETB. Nice Charmander promo. All the stand promos that have Gen 1 Pokemon do really well. You're talking from $60, 60 to 70, all up to August. Then they started to shoot up. And yeah, I mean, they're at pretty much at 250. Lowest listed kind of reflects that, being at 250. But yeah, last solds, see if it loads. It does pretty consistent 240s, 250s, a little 230 in there here and there. Yeah, I don't think, you know, it's funny, at the time, a lot of people were sleeping on PC ETBs. Me included. I was not prioritizing them the way I should have been. I think a lot of people were doing that. Crown Zenith is so fun to open. I agree. Yeah, Crown Zenith is a super fun set. It's a great set. Booster bundles, yeah, I like booster bundles a lot as well. I think those are a great product. JJ says, if you had a full case of PC ETBs of Prismatic, are you selling for the high or hold? Once again, PC ETBs specifically, I'm holding. I can understand a more immediate flip on regular ETBs since they're going to reprint. In theory, yeah, what's up, Foley? I'll go back to a few of the things that you missed in a second. Now, here's the thing. There's nothing that says that the Pokemon Company can't reprint PC ETBs. We just haven't seen it yet. Okay? So, but yeah, I would hold the PC ETBs because we haven't seen them being reprinted, and I don't think they would. It's definitely possible. So what you missed is, and just for new people, we talked about Rare Candy tomorrow, right? It's the 15th. Tomorrow's the 16th. Rare Candy is dropping. It's a limit 1 per person. It's MSRP at $50. Regular ETBs of Prismatic Evolution. The time here shows 9 a.m. for me, which I believe is Pacific time. So it would be noon Eastern. If you want to try and pick one up, I heard $10 shipping supposedly. So keep that in mind. So you'd be at about $60 plus tax. Something they're going to do this the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th. I think is a great chance for people to get product at MSRP. Right. So something to consider. Also, Pokemon put out a statement saying that they're going to ramp up printing on Prismatic. It was on their Instagram. So they addressed that, funnily enough, after PokeRev made his video the other day. So, yeah. So I would recommend people trying to get these as well. Might give some people a fair chance. I don't know how many they're going to have. Okay. So just something to think about. Let's see. Lost Origin. Thoughts on Lost... Danny S says, thoughts on Lost Origin ETB. Can get them for close to MSRP. Well, anything close to MSRP right now, especially... I'm a big fan of Lost Origin. My biggest set from Sword and Shield. You know, from this era, I'm not the biggest fan of the ETBs as much, obviously, but booster boxes are expensive. I understand that. ETBs are going to catch up, at least to some extent. I mean, when you compare, you know, they haven't always done the best, but if you're getting this close to MSRP, then you're doing a lot better. They have shot up, you know, they came down. I think it was like that Black Friday stuff, the Target restocks. But in the last month, they're up 40%. So they are rebounding, you know. Once again, I kind of like the rule of 3. If you can pick up at least 3, you can sell one a little more short term. You can sell one long term and one to hold like forever, kind of. I try to imply that as much as possible. So yeah. Do you know when vending machines, Gerald says, do you know when vending machines will be filled with prismatic stuff? I have no idea. I don't have a vending machine near me, unfortunately. They're like really far away. So I don't have any info on vending machines at all. I don't know the restocks on those. I haven't had to keep up with them, if that makes sense. Tony, what's up, nerds? What's up, Tony? Yeah, got a sealed case and not touching it for the prismatic smart. The prismatic sealed cases might be the last ever, considering there are limits on 2 now. Yeah, unless things slow down and they up it back to a limit of 4, that's totally, you know, something as well. Jay says he's only asking because I was one of the lucky few that got pre-orders for a full case of 4 ETVs. Yeah, I would hold those. I would hold those long term. The case of 4. They limited it at that, so there's only going to be a certain number of those in existence, and I think that's going to demand a premium. I really do. If I didn't get it when I was on, it was limit 2. So, yeah, thanks for replying. Yeah, happy to get to you guys. You know, try and get to you guys. What's rare candy? Where do we get the prismatic? Rarecandy.com. Specifically the link, I'll try, I can put it in the chat. Here we go. We have the technology. My keyboard will wake up again. It's rarecandy.com. I believe this is Leonhardt's company. Is that true? I think. Why is my... Sorry, my copy's not working here. There we go. Link in the chat if you guys want to pick this up for tomorrow. Or, once again, 16, 17, 18 should be coming out. Best chance to get one. I kind of like that. Let's see. Okay. Foley's asking. Yeah, so Rare Candy is Leonhardt's. That's what I thought. Jay Foley says, we'll go back to this for a second just to talk about, do you think Shrouded Fable PC ETPs are a good investment to hold for 3+ years? I've talked about this recently. I'm not saying they're the best investment because Shrouded Fable, like, there's some, also, we'll pull it up. I heard some cards are starting to move. But the question I posed when I talked about it, I'm not going to recommend that people buy it. I'm not saying it can't do good. But what is the worst performing investment of a great high market? So that's kind of the question I posed. They're only at $67 right now. I get it. The Persian was moving up, I heard, and I really like the Houndoom a lot as well. We'll pull up the Persian just for a second. Curse Body Collectibles. Oh, sorry, it's collectibles. It cut it off earlier. I said collection. I apologize. Curse Body Collectibles. Non-Pokemon related question. But are any Marvel fans in here? I have not seen the new Daredevil trailer. I haven't seen it. Please no spoilers if possible. I haven't seen it. But I didn't even know it dropped, if I'm being honest. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, the video game that's like kind of like Overwatch. That's been kind of my addiction lately. But yeah, pretty big Marvel fan. I've seen pretty much everything that they put out, I think, for the most part. So yeah, big Marvel fan. Baguette says, do you think Crown Zenith booster bundles are a long-term hold? I love everything from Crown Zenith. I like the booster bundles as well. I would be holding those long-term. Akron. Okay, this is an interesting question. Do you think it's fine to take a break from collecting right now? Not an investor, but I'm a bit burnt out on it, and I have a lot of what I want already. Of course. If you want to take a break from collecting, don't burn yourself out. Like, I don't blame you at all. Like, these are just pieces of cardboard. If you want to come back to it later, that's the other thing too. If you're a collector or an investor, don't be afraid of, you can miss out. You can take time off. It's not the world, to for some people it is the world. For some people it's their businesses and their livelihood. And I understand that. But yeah, if you're just a collector, or you want to just dabble, get the Japanese, you can get the Korean, you can get the Chinese cards. They're a lot cheaper. But if you want to take a break, take a break. I wouldn't blame you. I'm with you guys. It's a little crazy right now. Tom says just got his PC ETB shipment confirmation. Congratulations. Haven't got mine yet. Happy for you. Let's see what else we got. Twilight Masquerade. How do you feel about Twilight Masquerade? Some cards starting to move. Talked about it this morning in this morning's video. We'll pull it up though. Once again, I gotta figure out a way to get this. I gotta switch keyboards maybe. It's okay. You guys you think it's okay, right? Like a little 2-second delay if I have to type something. We're gonna turn Near Mint off. So I like Twilight Masquerade a lot. We talked about the booster boxes. I was talking about it when they were available at Pokemon Center before they shot up. We're seeing $200 on the booster box essentially now. The Eevee shot up to pretty much 100. I like the pairing with the Growlithe a lot as well. It's not my favorite set overall, but I do think you have the combination of like literally you just need the Greninja and the Eevee to do well, and I think this set will perform well. Let's see. So like Near Mint, I mean, look at like last solds on the Eevee. 100. Before that, 80s, 90s. But Eevee is cracking into 100. Lowest listed is 100 right here from a starred seller. And obviously the Greninja still up there. I think it's kind of stagnating a little bit. We'll take a look. I haven't looked at the Greninja in a minute. But yeah, I mean, it's fluctuated a little. Came back up 330 down to 317, back up to 330. Pretty consistent sales. Look at these 330s. This is another set that could be reprinted though if they're going to really turn up the printers. That's something to think about. How much of those Journey Partners boxes did you end up getting? Pedro says. I got hosed on Journey. I got hosed. They dropped it like way earlier than normal, like 5:30 a.m. Pacific. So I was not awake yet. And then by the time I was awake, the website was crashing. I had some in my cart, couldn't get anything. So I got hosed on that, unfortunately. It is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it, but like it's a little bit of a bummer. But congrats to anyone who did. So yeah, I got none. Let's see. Working on the 151 Master set. You got 10 Blooming Waters on the way. Congratulations, Johnny. That's huge. Zuckerman says, why don't booster bundle display cases of specialty sets get more love? Yeah, 60 total packs. So I like booster bundle displays. I don't know about the cases. Like, if we go back to 151, I picked up a booster bundle display. I kind of think they're kind of like mega booster boxes. I really like them personally, but the cases, yeah, I'm not sure as much as the case. I don't know how many that would be per case, but like I like the booster bundle displays a lot. The drop times for rare candy, I think this is Pacific time, 9 a.m., which would be noon Eastern. But if you go on the website from where you are, it should show you your local time, I believe. Let's see. What are you selling right now? Says Phantom Mogs. I think I have like just some slabs listed. Nothing crazy. I'm not selling sealed right now. Once again, you got to understand that on my time frame, most of my stuff, I'm on 5 to 10 plus year time frame for a lot of my stuff. With the caveat of when surging shot up just recently, I did move off of some of my surging. I did a trade. Actually worked out well. I was happy with that. So other than that, don't be afraid to lock in profits. If you want to sell off some to secure some profits, especially to cover your costs, and you can let the rest ride, like don't feel bad. Not everyone is going to time the peak of the market. I get people are like worried about the bubble popping or all these things. Tom says thoughts on, we talked about the gray hat in this morning's video, so I'll let you go back and watch that. Honestly, that's wild though. The Pikachu, the gray felt hat blows my mind. Not that I don't understand like why they like the card, but to those prices is wild. I also wanted to talk about this a little bit too. Nobody's really brought it up yet, but we'll talk about it. Let's see. Sean you got some Journey Together PC ETBs for 120. That might not end up being very bad. Uh, do I have... Spade says, do I have any Rocket pre-ordered yet? No. I literally went... I was going to get some Rocket. Hi, Meg. Hi. Thanks for being in here. I went to go get some from Forge and Fire. I was like, shoot, I got to get some. Might as well just lock in a little bit. They're gone. So I haven't been able to get any yet. It's on the list. Team Rocket. Let's talk about Team Rocket and Journey just for a second. I'll try to get to your questions. What's up, Speedy Lou? Welcome. Happy to have you guys in here. Journey Together. So I still feel like not in this market. Apparently everyone loves it. It's all good. You can see the boxes, like a booster box reselling for $230 already. 200 cases for 13 and 1500. I feel like Journey, if you like it, you know, good for you. But I feel like it's kind of like a mid set for me. So I'm, you know, gonna get some Journey, but like I'm gonna save more for Rocket, even though I haven't seen any Rocket. I believe in that a little bit more. So I think the nostalgia is gonna hit for Team Rocket, and yeah, hopefully I can snag some. Pedro says, have you heard of the Japan exclusive grading company called ARS? I have not. Their 10s are more expensive than the PSA 10s. I have not. I do know that PSA has a location in Japan now. That's interesting. I haven't seen that. Agent Crypto says, is Crown Zenith undervalued? $7 pack. I still think, like I just said, between 151, if I had $1,000, I'd go Crown Zenith right now. Between 151 and Crown Zenith. I like, once again, love 151, but I think that I think Crown Zenith is goated. If that was a booster box set, it would have been. Let's see. Got that. CJ says, what do you think about Tag and their grading services versus big names like PSA? When it comes to grading, ladies and gentlemen, I would be happy to switch to a different grading company when it made sense. But right now, monetarily, PSA owns the market share, and that's just the reality that we live in. Okay, so I'm going to do PSA until there's a reason to not do PSA. I like that other companies are trying to push different things. AI grading, I think those are good, taking the human error out of it. But until somebody can push PSA and they keep gobbling up companies, they just bought SGC. It kind of seems like they're monopolizing the market. So that kind of is what it is. Johnny Drama was up like a crackhead at 5 a.m. for Journey. Yeah, nice. Congratulations. Glad that paid off for you. Phantom Mod says, don't you feel like these gains have jumped so high it's similar to a 5-year gain in a 2-month span? Yeah, the market feels insanely accelerated, especially from like a content creator standpoint. I wake up in the morning, I start to like pull up the charts, and I just go to like whatever. I just like type, I'll go through all the sets. We'll just like, even going to Paradox, we'll use that as an example. We'll see if, you know, what's going on. I just type in a set and then like there's just stuff moving. It just seems like, I mean, the ground, like, I don't think the booster box has moved too much recently. So maybe this was a little bit of a bad example. But yeah, I mean, like 38% growth on the box. We're at 140s. Everything, it just seems like I go and just stuff's moved every day. It's easy to make videos right now. So I do appreciate it from that aspect. But yeah, the market is, it feels like this is more than COVID, right? We're higher than COVID. It seems more natural, more organic. You don't have, while you do have more content creators out there like myself, others making content, you don't have the big Logan Paul like pumping everything up. So there was just so many of the gray felt hats. It makes no sense. Yeah, the pop count was over 30,000 for a 10. It's wild. Scott caught the GameStop restock of Journey Together. Nice. Congratulations, my guy. Appreciate you. If that's enough Journey for you, then that's good. Bearded Squatch says, excited for Team Rocket. I'm super excited. If they do it properly, it's going to be amazing. I'm with you. Jared skipped Journey. Gonna blow a ton on Rocket. Yep. That's kind of my approach, but like I couldn't just like skip Journey. Like I had to do like I'm going to do a little, right? I can't just like skip it all together, but with you. Tag AI grading seems like it could be big, and the slabs are nice. The slabs do look good. I also kind of like SGC slabs. I like the black, the tuxedo look, but you know, it is what it is. Do you think the Prismatic restock might hit the same time as Journey pre-orders hit? Yeah, so I don't know, because I was basing, when I released that video kind of talking about the restock stuff happening on the 17th, I was basing it off of Stellar and Surging, which was 7 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to be up even earlier now. I'm just going to be up at like 4 a.m. Pacific, just in case they change the time again to like try and throw people off. I don't know. It could match the journey time. It could match Surging. It could be different. I can't say anything for certain, so I'm just going to be ready. I think being ready for anything is probably the way to go. What else we got? Crypto says, question, with all Sword and Shield pumping right now, is Hidden Fates still undervalued? Hidden Fates, we can pull up Hidden Fates. I haven't looked at Hidden Fates in a minute. Let's pull it up. Hidden Fates, okay, yeah. Hidden Fates, it is up 21%. We're at most recent sales around 250. Okay, 36% growth. I mean, we shot up to. I mean, I like Hidden Fates, but of all the, I think there's, not that I don't like Hidden Fates, but of all the places to put my money, I'd probably go a few other places personally on Hidden Fates. Not that I don't like it. I would just lean some other directions. I think there's stuff that can be a little bit more profitable. Yeah. What was the writing on the wall? The downturn of the COVID boom. The COVID boom was kind of artificial because of there was government money coming in, right? That was running out. People were doing that. It was just the supply wasn't able to keep up. We had big supply chain issues, and once that fixed, and the government money went away, and Logan Paul stopped pumping it, it was just kind of like it felt really artificial, inflated. You saw it with sports cards were insane too. So it wasn't sustainable. It really was a little bit. I mean, this is wild too, but this seems a little bit more organic with where some of the growth is coming from. CWE is happy for the Prismatic reprints. I think a lot of us are. I think a lot of us are really excited. I don't think it's a bad thing, right? Everyone should be able to open it. Everyone should be able to get it, right? I agree. I'm with you 100%. Johnny Drama says, I'd be up at 5 just to be safe. Yeah, I'm going to be up at 4. I'm going, even further. Scott completed his vintage Rocket set 3 days ago. Congratulations. That's huge. Rocket, one of my favorite sets. Was so happy I completed it before the new set makes the vintage spike again. Needed a Dark Hypno holo for like 3 months. And I was like, yeah, gotta pick that up. Nice. Smart move. Let's see. What else do we have? Spade says, I'm not tying my money in Hidden Fates at those prices. Yeah. So, like I said, I think there's better places to go. Not that this can't do well, but I just, I would probably go somewhere else, personally. Hamburglar says, both my local GameStops and LGS are limiting Prismatic to 1 ETB per person. I'm glad there's at least a shot at getting some. Yeah, like I said, check out the rare candy drop too. Limit 1 per person. It's online. The link was in the chat, but if you want to check it out, 16, 17, 18, you can have a chance as well for an online chance. I think it's kind of nice. But yeah, if your LGS is doing that, I think that's a good way to help people have a chance. Rogos says working retail was rough during COVID with the supply chain issues. Yeah, with most products. That was also a big scalping time when people who weren't into Pokemon, you just go in when they restock, right? They had to limit. That's when they started limiting TCG products as well, like Target and Walmart. And I think some stores stopped carrying them. So, yeah, that was wild. COVID was a wild time. Tommy says Hidden Fate's so undervalued still. And Max only says not just the TCG, but the COVID boom really screwed retro games. Yeah, there was a lot. COVID had a big impact on a lot of things. Yeah, it was wild. I'm gonna pull up this boy just for a second while we're chatting. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else anyone wants to look at specifically? Otherwise, I'm just gonna kind of just pull some stuff up. We might go back to eBay, just hang out, chat, talk about some stuff. I want to check out some last solds on some stuff as well. Gerald asks, sorry, my mic is like in the way of this. I don't know. Let me know if this is too loud. I've just moved it a little bit. Um, Gerald says, any expectations for the upcoming McDonald's promo cards? I saw the previous year cards are very low. So here's the thing with the McDonald's. I'll tell you what I like about. We'll pull it up on Poke Beach. The McDonald's cards, they don't really ever do. They're easy to get, right? I'll tell you what I like though. Hopefully we can get these ads to not play. I like these boxes. I don't know how. I'm not saying they're going to be big collectible items, but these Happy Meal boxes, I wouldn't mind being like, hey, can you not put the food in the box, put the food in a bag, and I'll get 4 Happy Meals, give me the different boxes, because I do think that these are kind of cool. But as far as like the promos go, they're just so widely available. I do like the hollow pattern, but I don't expect them to do anything big. They just don't. But we can take a look at them while we're here. We got the Miraidon, right? Artwork we've seen before. I do think it's cool, but yeah, nothing wild, right? So there you go. There's the Pokemon stuff there for McDonald's. I think it's cool. But yeah, I think they're trying to make it maybe like not too crazy, just so people don't go insane for it. But I like the boxes. I do like the boxes. I think those might be kind of cool to have. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Not too loud. No, not too loud sounds great. Okay, cool. Chars are going to be coveted. What else we got? Where did Target pull all these 151 and ETBs UPCs they had the other day? Yeah, I missed that. I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like some of the stock just like appears out of nowhere. Cursed Body again. Thank you. You do not have to do that. Oh, okay. That's an interesting question. Do you think the SIR Pikachu will drop in value? Well, let's pull it up. Let's talk about it. This guy right here, the Pikachu. Let me know if the stream's good. I'm getting a little thing that says we're not good, but this happened the other day and things were totally fine. So let me know what's going on. I think we're good. So here's the thing with the Pikachu. It is very difficult to pull. Surging Sparks difficult pull rate. Surging Sparks expensive right now. With the Surging Sparks reprint coming, once again, it's very tough to speculate in this market. The Torkachu, yeah. 300 up to 580. And it has been kind of down a little. Most recent sales have been back up to the mid to upper 4s. I mean, if I had to say something about the SIR, the Cheeks-Chew, the Buttholio, if they print surging enough, that will introduce more supply. I could see this dipping back down a little at some point. Give it some more time. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice card. I like Pikachu, but yeah, I could see this dropping down. I could see that happening. Once again, it's really hard to say. It's not like a guarantee or anything, but I definitely could see that happening if they printed even more too, more supply. I don't know. Once again, sorry if that's not the answer you were looking for. It is a little tough. Once again, it's hard to like speculate on some of these things. So don't try not to be too rough on me. Spade says, do you see the Roaring Moon getting overshadowed by the evolutions and sneaking up in like a year? Yeah, the Conda, Shinji. Yeah, so that card, also the Roaring Moon. Festival. Yeah, I absolutely love that card. The artwork. I don't know what's going on. I can't type. So what he's talking about for you guys to see is we'll do cards here. Is this guy right here. This card, artwork wise, definitely one of my favorites from the set. And you'll see what it's doing on the Japanese side. We'll make sure we're on near mint here. It is seeing a little bit of a bounce up from 23 up to like 27. With we're seeing this a lot. There's a lot of like cards that are kind of popping off that were some of the forgotten cards we're seeing with trainer gallery cards. I could definitely see stream's great. Okay, perfect. I don't know why it keeps popping up with this stupid thing on the stream. Says YouTube not receiving enough video. It happened last time too. Artwork is subjective, right? But I absolutely love this artist and this style. Somebody was talking about Marvel earlier. I like Moon Knight. I get the Moon Knight when he flies. Also been playing Marvel Rivals. So, you know, the moon haunts you. So I absolutely love this card. I could definitely see a scenario in which that happens as well. For sure. If there are any homeless near McDonald's, they're going to eat good because I don't want the 4 Happy Meals. That would be very nice. Pokelector, that would be very kind of you to do. Give the meals away just to get the cards in the boxes. That's very kind of you. That's also a good way, you know, feed some people. I like that. Alexandria says, do you know if the cards in Blooming Waters are promos? Can't find anything that differentiates them between the regular set cards. Might be done with my 151 master set depending. I'm not positive, but I think they are promos. I think they are. I'm not, don't hold me to that. I want to say that they are. I haven't got my hands on it and I haven't seen enough to confirm that. But I want to say that they are. They're like the same card, but just with a different number. I'm not positive. I'll try and find that out. Yeah, a Raichu SIR and Surging would have been, yeah, that would have been hot. I would have liked that. That would have been dope. Would have been hot. What am I talking about? Do I have a thing for Raichu and I just don't, I just didn't know about it? Happy Meal boxes are dope. Yeah, 100%. Not a fan of the crowns. I get it. I get it. The crowns are a hit and miss. Yeah, let's take a look at the Raging Bolt. I think that card's really affordable on here. Oops. Once again, you know, I do think that the Japanese side is going to continue to run, but I want to pull up that Raging Bolt just because we're here. Card gives comic book vibes for sure. Yeah, I agree. So this is the Raging Bolt. I feel like this is kind of similar. Once again, it's kind of coming up just a little. Pretty affordable in Japanese. We pulled this card on the channel. I think we did an opening. Pretty happy with this. Once again, I haven't been the biggest fan of this particular Pokemon, like the long-necked giraffe Raikou. Not really a thing for me, but this version, maybe because his neck's bent. I don't know. I like this one, and obviously, it's a great looking card. So similar art style, looks really great. More Surging coming and overshadowed by new SIRs. Let's see. What else we got? Crowns are growing on me. Yeah, the crowns are growing on me too. The Sauce says, can we go over Obsidian Flames booster boxes? You got it. Also, I'm going to go back to just for a second, we're going to go back to Rare Candy. For anyone who's new, who just joined, I'm just trying to make everyone aware. We have Prismatic Evolutions ETBs dropping on Rare Candy. Okay, I'll try and link it in the chat again. This is the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th in the morning. This is 9 a.m. Pacific for me. It is a limit of 1 per customer. Just want everyone to have the best chance to get it. I'm not affiliated with Rare Candy in any way, shape, or form. I do not get an affiliate. I do not know Leonhardt. I do not know anything. But if you want to have a chance, I think it's cool that they're limiting it to 1 per person. If you haven't been able to get some, I'll try and keep bringing this up throughout the video because I know people aren't watching 24/7. Obsidian Flames. This might end up. And then Kyle wants to. Okay, hold on. There's a lot of questions here. I'm going to try and get to everyone. We're going to talk about the Obsidian Flames boxes first, and then just keep posting the questions, and I'll get to them. Obsidian Flames booster boxes. Yeah, honestly, this is another one of those sets. It feels like there's always a set every era. I'm not saying that this is like a case. K-Spade says 163 people liking, not even 80 likes. Let's show some support. Yeah, if we could get some likes in here, that'd be great. Appreciate you guys. Sorry, I had to just take a little drink. Obsidian Flames is kind of one of those sets that was regarded as kind of a lower set. Believe it or not, Fusion Strike was regarded in that as one point as well. If you don't remember or weren't around, it was. Honestly, though, this growth being at 170, I hate it. It's not showing me the recent solds. But look at this chart. A year ago, this was a $90 booster box. and it's slowly been creeping up. This is probably one of those sets, though, people are speculating that won't get reprinted. So, kind of makes sense there. Lowest listed on TCG is 175. We talked about a few of the cards, I think in today's video? We talked about this. I do like this Charizard a lot. I like the Charizard. He's got his crown on. He's doing his thing. I like this card a lot. I think there's room to run. You're seeing what the Paldean Fates Zard's doing. You're seeing what the 151 Zard's doing. I think this card's sick. I really like this card a lot. It's still undervalued heavily in my opinion. So I do think there's a lot of good cards in the set, but it's, maybe also the Ninetales stunning, the Cleffa stunning, the Gloom, and the Scizor and Lechonk. I mean, I get it. It could still be a weaker set, but Pokemarket Lab, he says, super chat, hit the like button, keep up the great work. Appreciate it, my guy. You guys are legends. And once again, you don't have to do this, but I am very appreciative of everyone supporting the channel. A little too messy. I can understand not liking this card because it's a little too messy. I can get that. Let's see. Ninetales, best card in the set. This is another one of those illustration rares. This is the era of illustration rares. And yeah, this card is stunning. I think I have a few copies of this bad boy. And still, if you want to compare it to some of the other illustration rares that are popping off right now, definitely undervalued if you're doing that comparison game. With the box prices rising up, there's a lot of copies available. 130. Smaller set, so maybe a little easier to pull. Gloom is a sleeper hit. Yeah, I like the Gloom a lot. The Gloom's sick. Not one of my favorite Pokemon, but like really attached to that card. Lowest listed on TCG is actually 20, which would be a little bit below market for the Ninetales. Yeah, but I like, it's Charizard fatigue is a thing, but I still like Obsidian Flames as a set. We'll pull up the Gloom just because it's just, this card is just fun. It is up 80% though, so keep in mind it has grown from $6 up to $12. Most recent sold 13, 15, 13. I like this card a lot. There's less copies available than the Ninetales, 70, and lowest listed is at 13, which matches the most recent price but above market. Yeah, so the Gloom, love the Gloom. Great card. Once again, probably an undervalued illustration rare moving forward with the Ninetales. Mike says 2 Brilliant Stars ETBs on Facebook Marketplace for 90. So that's 45 per. Yeah, I'd pick those up. I haven't checked Brilliant Stars in a minute for regular ETBs, but once again, if you're on a long-term hold, let's pull it up before we say anything for certain. Get near mint off of here. So you're looking at the regular ETBs. This is the PC. This is the regular. I mean, not the steelest of the deal. I mean, market's at 50. I mean, if you're at, I'm a more of a booster box guy or PC ETBs, but if you're on a long-term play, I do like Brilliant Stars a lot. I've been very vocal about the Charizard. It's the greatest Charizard artwork of all time. I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million more. I do believe in this set. Also, this set, Brilliant Stars. Is there a Discord maybe? Kyle says, yeah, the link should be in the description. We just hit 1,000 members. Tons of great people. Like, I cannot take credit for the Discord. I just made it, right? But I'm not in there enough to make it what it is. There's great people in there. Tons of people that are in here, like Spade. Tons of other people are in there. I don't want to leave anyone out. Sorry, I do apologize. But yeah. So also the trainer gallery from Brilliant Stars. Bring that up just for a second. Anyone else waiting on that Pokemon Center email to hit? I'm waiting. I'm with you. I feel your pain. I'm gonna pull up my phone just for a second while we look at these. So Brilliant Stars, once again, with Prismatic, we have an Umbreon. We have 2 Umbreons. We have a Sylveon. 2 Sylveons. We have another Charizard, and then you got more evolutions. They're still very affordable. You got the Flareon and Vaporeon down here. And there's more. Those are the trainer gallery cards. Let me see if I got an update. I got no update on my shipping. You got Jolteon, you got Eevee, and then it kind of simmers off, right? You got another Charizard down here, nothing crazy. But I think that Brilliant Stars is a fun set. Golden Touch cards. What says, what are your thoughts on Pokemon's statement about printing? Okay, so we just kind of talked about that a little recently. So you can go back. I'll kind of touch on it. If you want to go back in the stream, you can find it, but I'll touch on it like briefly here. It kind of makes me feel like that was just like protecting themselves just a little bit. Of just like, hey guys, we're gonna fix the problem. I feel like, I don't know. People have talked about that they're like years behind on their, or because they're years ahead, right? So when it comes time to make an adjustment, they make adjustments late. I hope that they print more prismatic. It should not be this expensive. It should be more available. People should be able to open it. So I hope that they follow through on their word. But with this market, they're going to need a lot to satisfy everyone. So yeah, that's kind of what I think. Do I only buy cards with pictures available? If not, how do you go about purchasing a single without one? I'm not buying one without photos. I wouldn't. Especially because I do like to grade cards. So, yeah, I wouldn't risk that. It is hard, like on TCG Player though. Like I get it. You are at the risk of a seller for, oh, cam issue. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll fix that. Just give me 1 second. Appreciate you guys. I was trying a new webcam. It wasn't working. Hold please. I'll fix it. I have a different webcam. But yeah, humor me for 1 second, my guys. It'll take like a second to fix this. And I'll talk about that too. Here we go. So I'm fixing the webcam. Thank you for letting me know. Webcam, we're gonna change it to the face cam, and I'm gonna have to adjust the lights, but I'm not gonna adjust the lights right now. We'll fix it later. We'll go to this. Okay, so I'm in the process of switching to a nicer camera. You can see like it's kind of dark right now. I got to crank up the lights a little bit now, which is fine. They just blind me. We'll turn up the lights a little. And where I was going with this is because I like the quality of the other camera much better. I kind of like the dungeon atmosphere. Anyway, so we're back. We got that sorted. So, but I have the camera has like a dummy battery where it plugs into the wall, but it didn't arrive today. But I still wanted to use the camera and blah, blah, blah. So we're back to the old webcam. I do apologize if it bounces a little bit. It's on a monitor. Sorry about that. So they are very behind on the printing. The fact that they didn't announce a date for the next print is very clear. That behind multiple sets. Yeah. What is not going to get reprinted? Something to talk about as well. They can't reprint everything. They really can't. So that's something to think about. You got Danny. You caught the Danny Otto says just caught the Prismatic Evolutions sticker at Walmart, on Walmart.com or in person at Walmart, because my Walmart hasn't had anything yet, unfortunately, for Prismatic. If you did, congratulations. Either way, that's huge. Let's see what else we have in the chat. Once again, if I miss your comment, just throw it back up. We'll get to it. It's not the cable of my Canon camera. The battery died. I got to get the dummy battery thing. It's ordered. It's on the way. And I'm using like the Canon app, which anyways, we're not gonna do that. I got a cam link. I don't know if anyone has experience. I got the cam link, so I can go HDMI out straight to it. So it should look even better because we were going USB before. But these where'd the sticker packs go? So like these have been honestly wild. So the 3-packs with the sticker, we're seeing $45. This is what he was saying he picked up. Face reveal incoming. What, is this not my real face? I need to take this off. Pull rates for Master Balls for English seem like they're actually pretty high. Yeah. Rish says 151 viewers. We're legendary. 151. Rish got a convention coming up. Got an extra 150 to spend on PSA 10. Thoughts and suggestions. Let's check out eBay. I kind of wanted to get back to eBay anyways. And let's just do this. Pokemon PSA 10 Let's check out last solds and see if we can find something that might meet your criteria. Yo Dog, love the content. How much do you think the PC ETB EV promo will be? Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's going to exceed the Snorlax, and I'm using that as the baseline, the stamped Snorlax. So we're going to set this to, we're going to go minimum, actually, I'm going to change this to 125, and we're going to go we're going to go 125 to 155. Let's see what we can find here. 1 out of 1300 on the, wow. Something is going to get left behind for reprints. Still have Team Rocket set. Yeah, there's not enough bandwidth. Agreed. 100% Pokemart Lab. I agree. Let's see what we have for PSA 10 sales. Okay, we were just... This is a nice... We talked about this recently a little bit. You know, this at 130, I think Hidden Fates, the Glass Birds, you got 130 there. I think that's a nice scoop there. What else do we got for PSA 10s? Depends if you're looking for Japanese or not. Which camera? So now I'm on the, this is the Elgato face cam. It's supposed to be 1080p, and it's better than the old one I had, but it just doesn't quite do it for me. Let's see, these are not PSA 10s. Once again, Crown Zenith. You know, this was a 136 sale. That falls into your price range. I like that a lot. You could say the Leafeon from the same set as well. Yeah, these cards as well. I like the Umbreon, 130, falls into your budget. I like the Persian at 150, maybe not quite as much, but I do like this card a lot. Yeah, so for modern, that's kind of where I'm leaning for some of those. Suicune from Crown Zenith, about 152. Yeah, anything that all three legendary dogs kind of falls into that same category for me. What else do we have in the chat? Twilight's gonna get forgotten on reprints. Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening as well. V just pulled the Master Ball Umbreon and debating if you should send it to PSA. If you have a minty looking card, I would consider, already have the Glass Birds, okay, and prefer English. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, if you're not familiar with grading, then I would maybe watch my little grading tutorial video. It's on the channel. It can help you. If you got a mint copy, it might be worth sending in. Thoughts on vintage packs? Looking at some, yeah, I don't really PSA graded packs. I've never really messed with graded packs before. I would assume that those would do well, but I don't think I have enough history with that to really. Also, we have this price thing on here. Sorry, let me take this off. Yeah, I don't have enough knowledge on that to. Why is this doing this? I don't have enough knowledge on the graded packs to really say. So that's something. Yeah, sorry, it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but of course it's not even showing graded packs here. You got an evolution. I don't know. We're gonna pass on that one, unfortunately. Sorry. I wish I had a better answer for you, Moto. Golden Touch cards. This is a great question. Do you have any Grail cards or Grail sealed product that you'd hope one day to acquire? For sure. There's a lot. We talked about this last stream a little bit, but the Shining, I'm going to bring him up again. The Shining Gyarados, I want him in a PSA 10. I probably would settle for a 9 at this point. You can see last solds at 11,000. Being my favorite Pokemon. It doesn't have to be first edition too, but I would love first edition. Yeah, this would be probably one of my top tier cards for sure. Just need more lighting to make the webcam look better. Yeah, so that's why I switched off of this, because like it can look a little bit better, but I have to have so much lights. I like the other camera, the Canon, because I can have a little dimmer in here. So yeah, that's when I get that whole situation sorted out, it'll be better. But yeah, so this obviously a base set booster box would be, you know, that's like big Grail. Not probably not achievable for me, but maybe someday. Never say never, I guess. I'd be scared to even look at like what last solds were on this. I feel like a lot of these don't even sell on eBay anymore because they're just too expensive. Are we even gonna get? We got to do like minimum price to like 1,500 at least for it to come up. I mean, you're talking 15,000 for a base set booster box, the blue wing. 21,000 here, Portuguese. Yeah, I mean, this would be another one of those products that I would want to have. First edition, 120,000. No biggie. I am so far away from ever. That's never gonna happen. I'm dreaming big here. You guys got me dreaming big. Sun and Moon promo of Umbreon and Darkrai. We can pull that up on, probably be on TCG. We can type in SM promo and see what comes up. Take a look for you. Try to get to everything here. SM Sun and Moon promo. I think that's what should pull them all up. We got the oversized cards. So we're looking for what you said, Umbreon Darkrai. Let's see. Or do I not have the right thing pulled up? Maybe if we just do it like this. Umbreon Darkrai. Here we go. There's two. I'm assuming you're talking about this. This is a sick card, by the way. I haven't done too much Sun and Moon. Not as much as I would like. We'll compare the two here. Obviously, artwork-wise, I think the other one is vastly superior. But this is a fun card as well. This one's up 30%. Let's see what it's looking like on a longer time frame. 62% growth. 12 shot up. Yeah. I like this card. Obviously, I'm going to lean towards this of the two. On the 1 year chart, 172% growth. I mean, I'm not surprised to see this card rising. This artwork is pretty stunning. $27 a year ago. Only 16 copies left. If you want to pick one up, you're at 90. I'd be interested to see what PSA 10 prices are for this. But this is a nice looking card. Yeah, I like this card a lot. Knockout packs, not a fan. Personally. Thanks for the dice on the Battle Styles Zard. Grabbed a 10 for $2.99. That a baby Sean. That's how we do it. Appreciate you. Good luck, Scott. He's ripping a Twilight Masquerade ETB. Best of luck to you, my guy. Report back with your pulls. I hope we get an SIR Gyarados too. I really do soon. The Hamburglar says, what's your opinion on platforms to sell cards on? TCG Player, eBay, own website. Well, eBay is probably the best and the easiest, but their fees, at least here in the US, we're at like 14%. So I'm not really a big fan of that. Also, Mercari just changed their fee platform to 10%, and you'd be surprised how many people sell on Mercari. But it's like a little bit shadier of a site. There's some like sellers that do a lot of scamming on there. But if you're the seller, you know, and you're doing proper business, I've sold a decent amount on Mercari, and I do have a friend who sold a lot on Mercari. Hasn't really had any issues. TCG Player, I haven't really dabbled with selling, but I do know that the TCG Player is owned by eBay, and I think their fees are a little less. I do know that it can be hard to break through. Like, even when I'm talking about these videos, you know, I tend to go, okay, well, here's the starred seller, right? It's hard to get into that starred seller aspect. So that's something to think about as well. I'd probably go, if you're looking to start, I'd go eBay and cross post to Mercari. That's where I would start. Shit about the booster boxes when they were 1K to 3K. Yeah, right. Do you have the Gyarados one? I don't know. I don't. If that's the one I'm thinking of, with the 1, 2, 3. I do not. Is this the one? No, that's not the one. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, we'll pull it up right here. Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. I do not own this card yet. Surprisingly, I was wanting to pick this up in a PSA 10, and I have not. And I'm assuming it's probably gone up. Yeah. Definitely on my list. Obviously, Very nice card. It's yeah. I need it for my Gyarados collection bad, but I can't. I haven't been able to do it at 600 yet. I think last time I checked it was 500, so it is up a little bit. Alexandria wants an SIR of Arcanine. I know. So here's the thing with base set. Let's go back to base set for a second, because with the Gyarados, I think were they both in base set? There was a Arcanine and Gyarados. I don't know if they were in the same set, but if we go cards, there was the Gyarados from this set, and I think the Arcanine was in, or maybe the Arcanine was in the next set. And they teased us. They really did. They teased us with it. Oh, I just passed the Gyarados. I'll go back. Is the Arcanine up here? So we got an Arcanine that was exactly like this, and we got the Gyarados, and they gave us this, which is a nice card. Love this card, by the way. But they didn't give us the SIR or the illustration rare. And they did the same thing with Arcanine. So we're like, that's getting us. Sean says, how much is a good price to pay for booster boxes now on pre-order? Lowest for Journey Together I've seen is 140. Yeah, PokeFX, that's good. Don't overpay. 140 to 140 and below at this point. MSRP or below is probably a good entry point. I don't think we're going to see a ton of pre-orders available below MSRP, personally. Mr. Pickle says, is there any Hitmonchan SIR or IRs to be released in the last 2 years? I don't think so. I haven't seen Hitmonchan SIR or IR that I know of. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten one yet. I do like Hitmonchan, though, as well. Yeah. PokeFam says, if you had 2 Prismatic Pokemon Center ETBs, would you open the left or the right one? I wouldn't open either. I'd go right. I'd go right if I had to. Ashton Walker says, yo, you should definitely spot me a couple of 151 packs, dude. We did just give away some 151 in the giveaway. We gave away a Japanese booster box recently. SIR Torchic, or I'll take it IR Torchic. That'd be nice. Yeah, Torchic the Fire Chicken. Scott pulled the Tatsugiri illustration rare. Those are nice cards. I like the Tatsugiri. Let me know if you need PE ETBs at 120. I wouldn't be picking them up at 120. Not with the reprint talk, unfortunately. But appreciate the offer. Tiger Man FOMO'd at a vending machine and bought 3 Searching Sparks boxes. Mistake with the reprint coming. What'd you pay? So you paid MSRP? You're talking booster boxes, Tiger? If you, once again, depends on your time frame. If you're picking up a product at MSRP, and I'm going to assume you're talking about the booster box, obviously, MSRP is 160, so that's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, MSRP. Booster boxes. No, you're good. You're good. So you're down here. You're right here. All right, below this. In this market, that's a good pickup. The reprint size is gonna depend, right? Like, how big of a reprint is this gonna be? But like what we've seen in the past, it's probably just gonna be a blip in the radar. I wouldn't sweat on that at MSRP. I wouldn't be picking them up at these prices. Like, just to be clear, even before this, reprint confirmation, yeah, I'm not getting. I wouldn't buy surging now. I would be okay if I didn't have any surging and this was what I was seeing. Even before the reprint announcement, I wouldn't risk it. I'd just be like, no, I'll just miss out. So that's kind of my approach. 180 because tax. Yeah, I wouldn't sweat it too hard. I wouldn't be worried. If you're on a long-term hold, I wouldn't be worried about it. PokeFX says, you saw the 151 ETB hitting Target and Costco. I have not seen those. That'd be nice. I do have a Costco. It's like a few towns over. But yeah, I might have to hit up that for the Bloomin' Onion when that comes in. With any reprint, Mr. Pickle says, with any reprint, there's always the curve that goes down, but I don't think the curve will go down for long. Yeah, we've seen restocks restocks. We saw Paldea, Evolved have one. We saw some other ones. Lost Origin even had one. It came down just for a little bit. It was just a blip in the radar. Charlie says, do you think Journey Together PC ETBs will be more valuable than Surging Sparks? Um, I don't think so. But I'm a little biased because I like them. I like Magneton more. And these are starting to move pretty good now. We're at 150 for Surging, but when it comes to Journey Together, that promo is nice though. But I'd probably lean Surging a little bit more. But I don't particularly like the aesthetic of Journey Together. But they don't even show the promo on here. We got the promo on Poke Beach. But yeah, I'd lean Surging. Let's see what else we got. Ashton Walker, you've opened a grand total of 2 151 packs, living the streamer life. You got to target those target the blooming onion. It's a blooming waters that are coming out. Check your Costco's. You can check now, call now. We'll pull up I'll see if I can find it for you. We'll do blooming sorry, my keyboard's like delayed. Blooming Waters Premium Collection, Costco. You know what? Somebody will get it. There's maybe Spade or somebody can pull it up. There's a product number for Costco. You can check your warehouse, check their stock column. And yeah, that's coming in. It's like 117 something. But yeah, so consider trying to get some of that at MSRP. Yeah. So Nenner said, would a reprint include PC ETBs? No. Well, the Pokemon Company can reprint anything, but we haven't seen PC ETBs being reprinted. So that's why they've been kind of sought after. That stamp promo doesn't get reprinted. Those do really well. So if you're on the PC ETB side, in theory, you're good. So yeah, something to think about there. There we go. You guys are legends. I knew. Sorry. 1739873. That is the number for Costco. Okay, for the Blooming Waters collection box with a ton of 151 packs. So that would be your best chance to open some 151s. Yeah, so I mean, it is possible that they reprint PC ETBs, but they shouldn't. Paradox Rift had a PC ETB restock late in the game, so there can be hope. Yeah, I feel like they sometimes that can happen. It can squeak through. North Carolina, Target and Costco already have 151 ETBs and Blooming Waters in stores. So yeah, there you go. It varies by area. Might be going east to west, so that can do it. He says, appreciate it, dude, but I live in England. Okay, so the chain stores are all different. Sorry, I didn't know that you were in England. I think you guys are still getting the Blooming Waters. I don't know where it would be, but that's still probably your best bet. Sorry, my guy. Also, I'm just gonna go back to this real quick. If you're new to the stream, if you just came in, because we're sure we're cycling through viewers, just to make people aware, Rare Candy is dropping 1 per person tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. Do the translation to your time zone. Okay, I'm not affiliated with them in any way. Just bringing you guys attention up to it. You guys can get some Prismatic. Hopefully, they're gonna do the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, 3 days in a row in the morning. So you might have a chance to pick up a PC ETB. I just wanted to bring that up. Let's see what else. What do we got in the chat here? Let's see. I think Pokemon Center would have seen the price madness with the Prismatic PC ETBs from a while. So ETB product number for those interested, VM Dev says it's 1828988 bundle with 2 tins. So that's nice. Thank you for posting that. I appreciate that. Every time for search for Costco, I get nothing. I think that just means your Costco hasn't gotten it yet. I called my Costco, or the one a few towns over, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't have it yet. It's not. We shows out of stock because they don't have it." So something to think about there. Well, we're getting to that time in the stream where we're gonna go shiny. just for a bit. We're gonna end. Let's see, what are we at? We're an hour and a half in. Probably we'll go at least 30 more minutes. We'll wind down, but had to just do a little wardrobe change for you guys. You have, yeah, you can use the Costco app. So yeah, that's what I used on my phone. What else do we want to talk about? We're gonna go back to some, just to spice things up a bit. We're gonna go to eBay, and we're gonna play the last sold Pokemon game, just to see some interesting stuff of last solds. What makes sense? Like clean Crown Zenith and Prismatic Evolutions specialty sets. They just call them. They're just like holiday sets or specialty sets. They just don't get booster boxes. They're just different. Pokemon just assigns that to that, and that it is what it is. That's just how they do it. Yeah. So that's, I don't know. I don't know like why, but that's just something they do. My keyboard's just not gonna work. There we go. Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be madness on release. On the Poker website. You must be. It's not tomorrow. It would be 2 days from now. Today's Wednesday. Well, for me, today's Wednesday. But yeah, so I like to go on eBay sometimes just to see like stuff that's happening. And I like to go last solds on Pokemon and just see like what cards and what selling. I'm gonna up the price just by a little bit. I'm gonna go to like $100 and up just to check stuff that's selling. Got a regular Charmander at 150. Oh, these are so cool. The Game Boys, Game Boy games. You got the Leaf Green and the Fire Red. Anybody have this Pokemon pinball? I still have mine. I have it somewhere. I have the game with the little. You put the AAA battery in, and it had the like rumble. Mr. Pickles loves a hat. My son a Bidoof hat. That's awesome. Hope you all saw that meltdown on the Pete Football Pete eBay stream. No, what happened? He's a big seller. What? I didn't see what happened. Fill me in. I want the tea. I want the tea. Fill me in. How is he getting destroyed? Let me know. I don't know. I didn't, honestly, I haven't really seen like any. Once again, this is wild, my guys. Oh, I forgot to pull up Jap 151 Zard, but here it is. Somebody was asking for that. Charizard SIR 1000 in a PSA 10. We talked about this already, but it's just a little wild. I mean, the market's wild right now. You got the regular non-stamp promos of Charmander doing 180, 160. Let's see what else we got. Got a little base set Zard for 200. Cameron Biggs says, what are your thoughts on third-party companies that stock big box stores repackaging Pokemon products like the C22 mini tins and removing Evo Skies? Isn't this some form of breach of contract? I haven't seen that. I haven't really heard about that happening. But that would be kind of messed up. I would assume you're talking. Well, I don't want to throw anyone's names under the bus, but the only one I know of is, well, we won't say. I don't want to piss anyone off, but I have not heard of that happening yet. So if they're doing that, I would say that's very shady, because then the indication of the tin doesn't match the indication of the product. So Football Pete was charging $105.99 for ETB on his pre-sale. Are you talking about Prismatic? And he was getting torched. And the chat flamed him so hard he had to end the stream. It was a bloodbath in there. Looked like the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones. Oh man, can you pull up? I might have to check that out. That's awesome. Yeah. Alexandria said, I heard someone talking about tag grading earlier. I'm slowly starting to change my collection over to them. I dig the report and the slabs are amazing. Way better than PSA. Yeah. Once again, I get it. And I'm with it when another company, it makes sense monetarily. I don't like these. I don't particularly like the labels of PSA. I wish they would change them. I don't like the red, even though I do like red a lot. But yeah, there's much better label designs and slab designs out there, I do think. So I'm with you on the tag. The tag grading looks nice. We'll see if we can pull that up. Let's pull it up. Tag grading company. Let's pull that up just for fun. We're not affiliated with Tag, but let's take a look. Let's see, what do we have? I do know they make some cool custom cards. You can see they got, yeah, I mean, the slabs are kind of nice looking, I'm not gonna lie. 15 bucks a card for standard 10-day business. Let's see. They give you a grading report. You get raw images. This is all it gets. They foil wrap it, so you get a reveal. That's kind of cool. That's interesting. So, let's see. Can we see like, what else do they have? I haven't checked out their pop reports really either. Yeah, 49er red. I know. I like red. Trust me. Let's pull up. Can we pull up some TCG? Let's get some Pokemon here. See what they have. Let's pull up. Are we gonna be able to see images on this from like? Once again, maybe this isn't the best time for me to be looking this up. I do apologize. Just wanted to see something. Let's check out Vaporeon. So they do show the card. Oh, this is interesting. Super random. You can check out where they've been graded from. Wow, that's kind of an interesting chart. I hadn't really like. Canada's got some. Nothing in Europe. That's interesting. We won't delve too deep into this. Let's see. Mr. Pickle says, for the first time ever, I heard of people in America selling factory sealed ETBs, but then removing the factory plastic, sending them out so they don't relist them for a much higher price. Yeah, I hope that they don't start doing that. But I could kind of understand why. But yeah, that's kind of a little scary. A lot of people like the tag slabs. Rewrapped tins. Yeah, that rewrap, that's shady. I don't approve of that, obviously. The ads are killing you. I have it set to like the best for viewer. It's supposed to be like minimal ads. I apologize. Sorry, Joey. I have it like literally I made sure it was on the minimal best for viewers, what it said. This is a nice card, by the way. I'll pull this up. Check out the Dragonite. I like this card. This is a nice looking card. 110 bucks in a PSA 10. Not bad. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, you want me to pull up one of your cert numbers? Sure. Give it to me in the chat. Sorry. Like I said, I'm a little behind in the chat. Let's pull up one of your cards. Let me know and I'll come back to this. We'll pull up the, we'll search for your, or I think we just type in the number here, yeah? Let me know. We'll come back to it. Wow. I hadn't looked up Drowsy PSA 10s, by the way. This is from Base Set, SV Base. $441 for Drowsy. The illustration rare. I haven't checked pop reports either. I'm assuming hard to grade, like a lot of IRs. Let's see. Tag not going to be top 3. They're paying off too many people to market their cards and their slabs, trying to prop them up. Yeah, I don't know, but I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, Alexandra, if you want, like, give me the cert number, we'll look it up. I don't mind. We'll check it out. Tag is great. Tom says tag is great, but unlikely going to use them. PSA is too dominant. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way I'm at. Partnership with GameStop. Like I said, I would switch over if it made more sense. Is there a grading company that will slab custom non-official Pokemon cards? Well, there is the doesn't Zion have those slab mags? It's kind of like a slab. Have you seen these? Slab, I think it's slab mags, I think is what they're called. Like this. So they kind of look like a slab and you can do your own label. Obviously it's not the same, it's like a magnetic case. But yeah, all right, so let me see if we can pull this up. We have X89800470. See if this comes up. Okay, so you got this is the scan of your exact card. Is that what this is? Or are we just seeing the card in general? So this is what you... I don't understand what this ranking thing is, but um, hmm. Okay. Maybe once again, maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot. But yeah, I don't think it's pulling up. Um, yeah. Sorry. Maybe it's just me. Might be a operator error there. But yeah, these are actually kind of cool. It gives you like the slab feel without... Oh, okay, I have to go to the main page. I'm just butchering this. I'm so sorry, guys. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna push through. This is one of those things where I'm gonna push through. We're gonna go to the main page. We're on the home page. And we're gonna just search from here. Okay. There we go. Cert number. You gotta be smarter than what you're doing here. X8980470. There we go. Okay. So we get this scan. We can zoom in on it. Okay, that's cool. You get the scan. So this is the card. Centering's looking real nice. Back's looking clean. Not seeing anything. We got pop 40. So we got centering numbers. Okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, look at that. 4753 front, 4951 back. You got dings. You got break. This is kind of cool. I like this. This breakdown though, from where they scanned it. I mean, look at these pictures you got. Let's check out the corners, right? You got fray, fill, angle. This actually is kind of cool, man. Look at the back. Oh, I see we got a little speckly right here on the back. I don't know what that, just a little speck, a little tiny one right here. They're really zooming in. Front edges, you got, wow, edge, back edges. Very in depth that you get this. And you got a 10. You got a, congratulations. Okay, this was worth it. Okay. Once again, I hadn't seen anything from Tag on their website. I hadn't looked up a card. Okay, so I don't know how you guys feel about it. But I think that's pretty cool, actually. I really like the transparency. You can download all the images with everything. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if you can take the human element out, because, like, I mean, guys, let's be real. Who hasn't? I've resubmitted cards. You know, I had a card they said ungradable. It's min size. It was a sports card. Yeah, and they said it's too small. Sent it in again, got a 10. I've also had 9s get 10s. I've also had other copies get less than that. It's like, I'd be interested to learn more about their algorithm and how exactly they're doing this, though. Like what their AI is. But these scans and this actually showing you what's wrong with your card is actually really cool. So yeah, people are saying Tag greater than PSA in terms of fairness. I can definitely see that. Right? So this is where, yeah, so like I said, I mean, when you're nitpicking, I see just like 2 little things, 3 little things. It's kind of all I see. And you can really zoom in, like, look at that. Just this little guy right here. Like, that's super interesting. Thank you, Alexandria. Thank you for putting up with me and sharing that. I do think that's interesting. I mean, and being able to zoom in even further is very cool. I do like the look of their slabs as well. I do think it's nice, and I like the centering breakdown. Yeah. So if you had a ding, so they didn't identify this as a ding, this and this. Once again, it might be kind of hard to tell. There's a video on Instagram that shows them grading a Pokemon Illustrator. Okay, I'd have to check that out. Because if you had a ding right here, I'm assuming they would have like a screenshot of it. So this is Tag grading. This is Alexandria's card in the chat, right? She got a 10. Yeah, down here at the bottom, she's got a 10. Card's looking good. We can zoom in on the label. I do think the label's nice looking as well. You know, maybe this is the future. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's very cool. That's awesome. I like the clear slab, the clear label, everything. You can scan it. You got the grade. You got the cert number right here vertically. So anyways, yeah. At PSA, what happens if you get a PSA 7? Get it back, crack the slab, resubmit, and get a 9. Does a PSA 7... Okay, so I got your... So this is what I need to do. I have some cards here that I have cracked out. I got the labels. Okay. You send this into them and they will take it out of the system. Right? So, you know, I have some other companies as well, like a BGS slab. This one went over to a 10. It was a BGS 9. So you just send it to them. If you want, you don't have to. If you don't send it to them, it'll stay in the system. And it'll be a false pop report, essentially. But yeah, so they've graded 77 of this card. The 40 out of 77 are 10s. It's got the 5th highest gem mint rate and 5th highest overall. And this was the 8th gem mint graded of this card. So that's really cool too. Tag keeps track of the card's chronology, see what date it was graded and how many were graded prior to or after. Due to the way certain cards are manufactured, there's often cards that tend to be more challenging to fetch higher grades, blah, blah, blah. Be the first to grade. That's kind of cool too. Once again, we're learning a little bit more. I'm not going to lie. I may have been slightly uninformed on tag. I knew they were using AI, okay? But I did not know it was this good. They have a leaderboard. That's kind of cool too. It kind of incentivizes you to grade, so I get that. And then the pop report, obviously, a little lower considering not as many copies graded. Yeah, do they need a gold tag? Yeah, a gold tag would be kind of cool for like, does anyone know, do they do like a pristine? That would be cool. Yeah, if like this text on here, if you got a pristine, like all this text was gold, that would be cool. Or even just like the 10 being gold, that would be cool. Maybe they don't want to copy, but yeah, that would be super cool. So I'm digging it. I like these photos that you get too. Sorry, I apologize if I'm dwelling on this for a minute, but I do think that this is important. You know what I might do in the future? I would be interested. I should do a tag. I'll do a tag submission at some point. At least a few cards. You know, $15 a card is not too bad. I'd be interested because I like that. I like how they do that. Okay, let's go back to Luke Janes. We're gonna get to your question right now. What time will the Pokemon Center be restocking on Friday? Great question. Let's bring it back to where we're at. So I made a video. I got a lot of views, right? Talking about these coming back into stock and Surging Sparks and Stellar Crown. It was 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific the last time, but then they dropped Journey Together pre-orders at like 5:30 a.m. Pacific, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and they changed the time. So we don't know what the time will be. Could be one of those times, could be earlier, could be later. So in theory, these should all be available again on release morning. Since I'm Pacific time, West Coast, I'm just going to be up at like 4 a.m. Just ready to go. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 4 a.m. in case they drop it even earlier than they had before. Okay? So I'm going to be ready to go. That would be my best advice. I know that sucks, but if you want to have a chance at them, I think that's the best course of action. I'm going to go, oh, sorry, I'm having a chest pain. Yeah, I think they do have pristine cards. Okay, well, I'm going to pull one up. We're going to go on eBay, and I'm going to pull up a pristine. I want to see what it looks like. Tag, pristine, 10. Let's see what they do. This is CGC 10. Okay, so this is a tag. This is a pristine on eBay. Yeah, so that would be probably my one critique. If you're going to get a pristine, I want to see the label differentiated a little bit. Just make the 10 gold, make something different, make it something. So that would be my only complaint. You get a pristine and it looks the same as a Gem Mint 10, but I do like that. I do think that's cool. But we'll talk about, I want to go back to the 151, the EV promo to the 151 Snorlax. We'll talk about that just for a second as well. How's everyone doing? Are you guys doing good? We get into everything you want. I feel like it's a little slower than last time, which is totally fine with me. I'm all about it. It's a little easier to get to the chat. I do agree with that. So like, someone was asking about this and I kind of talked about it. Where can the condition near mint, where can this card go and I related it to the Snorlax. Whereas obviously Eevee is a much more popular Pokemon than Snorlax, right? So I say that this, is going to kind of be the new floor. We're seeing last sold's 140 before that 130s on the Snorlax with the Pidgey on his belly. Rogue's doing great, loving the stream. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, Chris Cardoso. This is very interesting, very great question. Should we get the EV promo graded or keep it sealed? If you're gonna open the ETB and pull the stamped one out, which I would say don't open the PC, open a regular one if you're going to. There probably will be a lot of money to be made. I don't know how difficult these cards will be to grade, but the stamped versions, we'll pull up the Snorlax just to show you what they go for. Snorlax, Pokemon Center, promo PSA 10. Right? There will be a lot of money to be made, especially with less people opening them. Okay? I think a lot less people. It last sold for the stamped promo 800, 700, 600 in a 10, 600, down here in 500s. 600, 600, right? So I would assume that this would match, if not exceed that at some point. Yeah, so if you insist on opening a Pokemon Center ETB, I feel like you might as well take the card out and take a look, see if it's gradable. But I would probably wait. But so people do that. We have seen also people getting multiple stamp promos in Pokemon Center ETBs. That's not a guarantee, right? So yeah, I probably wouldn't. I'm not going to, but I totally get it. Uslid, am I saying that right? Uslid pulled a God Pack last night from Terrastal. I've never pulled a God Pack. Congratulations. Round of applause. Round of applause in the chat. Congratulations. That's awesome. Let's see. Glitter Unicorn is so sick they can't go out to the stores yet. I'm so sorry. I hope you get better soon. That's rough. Do you have somebody you can send out? Like a little pack mule out there to go brave the waters for you? Or somebody? That's rough. I'm sorry. Mr. Pickles, see you. Appreciate you. Anytime. Answer your questions. See you in the next stream. Sandshrew, what's up? He's just arriving. You were in the stream last time. Appreciate you being in here. Let's see. FSR. Says informative stream. Thank you. ETB promo was nicked. Top mid. That's rough. Sorry to hear that. That's rough. Zuckerman says, just a hunch, but the total PSA pop report on the PC ETB EV promo will be extremely low due to not so many people opening those boxes. Oh, your mom is sick too. That's rough. I'm sorry. Maybe, like I said, maybe you can have a chance to pick up Pokemon Center or this. Once again, I'll bring this up for anybody coming in to the stream right now. This is Rare Candy. I'll try and get this copied into the chat again. Once again, I'm not affiliated with Rare Candy in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to spread the information. These are available at MSRP starting tomorrow. It'll show you your local time zone, one per customer, so you have a chance to pick something up, at MSRP. VM Dev says, do you have any experience with trades? Buddy wants to trade me his Temporal Forces booster box for a Stellar Crown booster box. Sounds a good trade to me, but I want opinions. I have done some trades. I've done some trades at some shows. I did a trade recently I traded some Surging Sparks booster boxes for a computer, believe it or not, gaming PC. So I do have some experience with that. So you're talking Temporal for Stellar. He wants to trade his Temporal for your Stellar. Okay, let's pull it up. We're going to dive into it. And then I'm actually getting a little tired, so I think we're going to round this out in about 10 minutes. Hope that's okay with everyone. But yeah, I had to drive like 5 hours today to go do something, and I'm just a little tired. Didn't expect that to happen today. So we're going to compare these boxes. We're going to talk about, we'll pull up Temporal Forces. And we'll do a little comparison here. Dude, you should get there has to be someone making Sandshrew hat. This was on Etsy. This is from somebody made this on Etsy. So maybe there's a Sandshrew hat out there for you. That would be rad. 151. Oahu Bill. Hey, finally made it to the live. Appreciate you being in here. And so unfortunately we're probably going to end shortly, but appreciate you being here. So we're talking about you have a Stellar Crown box, which is at 156 for a temporal, which is at 157. I think there's a lot to be said for Stellar Crown with the illustration rares. Hey, Angels Adventures, appreciate you being here. Thank you. I'll try and do, once again, we're probably going to do these weekly. I like the Terapagos still. I think it's popular in the anime. And then after that, you pretty much have these illustration rares, the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle, which are very strong. After that, it falls off a little bit. Love the Dash one, though. I like some of these other SIRs as well. But when you compare that to Temporal, I've never been the biggest fan of these versions of these Pokemon, but these artworks are top tier. You have Walking Wake, Raging Bolt, Iron Crown, Gouging Fire, Ghastly. Even the Iron Leaves is stunning. So if you have Stellar Crown to Temporal, I don't think that's a bad trade. You're playing what set's going to get reprinted. Now, we were hearing rumors about Temporal getting reprinted, but it has not been confirmed. It was just surging, it sounds like. So, that's not the worst trade, but if Temporal gets reprinted and Stellar doesn't, you see what I'm saying here? Yeah, I mean, you're kind of flipping a coin. But I kind of like art-wise, these are stunning in-person looking cards. A bit more. But, you're betting against Squirtle and Bulbasaur, essentially. Yeah. Umbreon from Festival. Yeah, let's pull up I haven't pulled up the eBay sales for that. I haven't checked that in a minute. We checked some TCG player stuff. Yeah, sorry, Oahu. We've been going for a little bit now. We'll be about at 2 hours. And yeah, I had to drive a lot today, so I'm kind of tired. But we're chilling. We'll do some more. You'll get in the next one. Yes, we're hearing that Surging is getting reprinted. I do not have distribution access. This is coming from other people who have distribution access. Okay, so keep that in mind. But it sounds like it is confirmed that it is coming. We don't know the size. We don't know the extent. But on the Japanese side, we're seeing, yeah, I mean, this matches TCG. It looks like 330, 315. This is a 500 sale, which is a lot, way above 350. PSA 10s are 8, and what was this other one? 7. Honestly, it might not be bad pickups on the Japanese side. Yeah, look at Pristine 10 went for 1425. See, back to the tag thing just for a minute. I'm not really a big fan. CGC, they switched their labels up. Alpha of the Blue, nice move. Also, the Pristines look really nice. I like the gold on the 10. I do think that that's very cool. So I like what they did here. I think it looks great. But yeah, Pristine 10. Anyways, yeah, 1400. Not too crazy. But yeah, Pokeball reverses fairly cheap. $16. Master Ball, it goes from 16 Master Ball to 240. Last question from you. All right, we'll try and get through these last questions. Cardoso says, Chris Cardoso, do you think the evolutions from Sword and Shield will continue to go up due to the hit rates of Prismatic? I'm collecting the old ones right now. Yeah, I think specifically Evolving Skies, I think, honestly, Evolving Skies, I think, has tons of room to run, and I feel like they're going to ping pong off of this. Oahu says he's down to submit to tag. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna mess with that a little bit. But as far as the evolutions, like, look at what we're just seeing with the booster boxes. And when you compare this box, it's not a one-to-one comparison, but when you compare Evolving Skies, which were at 1,300, although the most recent sale was under that, 1,250. You have 1,500 sales confirmed on here. When you compare that to Team Up, right? If we go to Team Up, I understand Team Up was not printed the same. It was a different era, okay? But it just shows... can you talk about how Shrouded is a sleeper set? I talked about Shrouded already. We could go back to check that out. But look at where um, there's a lot of cards from Shrouded that I really like. And what is the worst investment in an absolute bull run of a market? That's the question I posed. I wasn't saying that Shrouded is necessarily a sleeper set, but there are some cards that I really like from the set. You have Team Up at recent solds $4,000, $3,750. You start to look at the set. The Lovebirds card is nice. This Gengar's nice. I like the Magikarp Whale Lord. I'm not the biggest fan of these rainbows. So when you compare it to Evolving Skies, I think Evolving Skies is night and day better. And I think we're only going to continue to see this set run. It's only a sleeper set. We don't talk about it. I love Shrouded. Sandshrew loves Shrouded. He's been picking up some sneaky deals when I can. There's 37 ETBs on Target site. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't hate Shrouded. I'm not saying, like, it's, like, untouchable. But 3 Shrouded PC ETB cases. See, that's, if I'm going Shrouded, I'm going PC ETBs, because that's, like, the sneaky play. I feel like if you're going to mess with Shrouded, you might as well just do the PC ETBs, I think. That might be a sneaky good play, Alexandria. I mean, I have a little bit of Shrouded, but yeah. So in comparison, I can see Sword and Shield Evolutions continuing to rise for the foreseeable future until the market cools. So it's Evolving Skies is just a beast, honestly, absolutely insane. But Team Up, like if I was gonna pick a Team Up card because of who I am, I'm gonna go for this guy. I don't own this card, but it's fun. I like the new Whale Lord card, by the way. I think that's a fun card. You filter by top seller, and PC ETB for Shrouded is up there, so it's selling fast. Persian, yeah, the Persian. This is how we're gonna end the night. Then we talked about it a little bit before, but we'll talk about it again real quick to end the night. And then we're a few minutes out. We don't want near mint on here. So PC ETB, Persian, we pulled this up before. Doombrion's in here. He's a legend. Let's see. 55% growth on the Persian's pretty good. 6-month chart, not back to the pre-release highs. I do like the Persian a lot. Maybe the Team Rocket set can push the Persian up as well. PC ETBs, not really climbing, kind of flat, but that doesn't mean that they can't do something in the future. We got some Discord guys in here. Doombrion, appreciate you. Oahu, obviously. CJ said, just wanted to say thank you for the content. It feels like I'm hanging with friends. That's kind of the vibe we're going for. We're just chilling, we're talking, we're hanging out, talking Pokemon. So I appreciate you. And then Sean with the super chat. Thanks for doing this live. Hope to catch more in the future. You didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate you. You guys are legends. I'll try and do this more. Right now we're going to aim for every Wednesday. Could move around. We'll see kind of how that ends up. But as of now, we'll do Wednesdays just because it's easier. That was what most people voted for. The Saturday stream was a little bit better as far as viewers go, so maybe we'll play with that. But the chat was easier to keep up with this time, so I'm happy about that. I appreciate you guys if you're in here, just hanging out. Appreciate you guys a lot. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna take a nap just for a little bit. I don't know. It's a little too early to go to bed. Probably just take a quick little nap. I'll catch you guys in the next one though. I appreciate you guys. And hopefully the webcam situation, I'll have that dialed in next time. I'll have the dummy battery and the right stuff. So it won't die midstream. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember,